That's a gnote. Easy prey for Lupa-Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Everything is at stake. It's the chug yard. Gonna need a key of some kind. Locked up tight. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. The rails used to be filled with chugs packed tight with two-leggeds, like guppos in a tin. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to the routine instead of playing around with sprockets. Bullets everywhere. Bomber Bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Much better. refreshing. It's so much brighter without the night. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel, the toxinol dumped in the surf, had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it...
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
That is how you shine light at the dark.
Seriously, don't doubt the dark.
I'm so proud of you for doing the right thing.
Can't believe you let that loser sway you.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seem so centered and so seeking. Figures everyone does. They seem unusually dedicated to finding them. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. There are more crates from before the apocalypse left out in the wild. Easy to find if you keep an eye out. You should be able to gather enough scrap to upgrade the Mekton from them. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. Any sun is way better than none. could come from any corner. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. How far underground do you think you are? Ooh-wee, that's biohazard.
挺好走。走走，走走，别跑，走走，水手赶紧到。
He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply.
Why, not dark.
He made a suction device, so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. It's a little feisty and tough critter. A perfect fit for a live ammunition, if you ask him. The Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Nothing like light to brighten it there. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. Not the easiest way to get up.
Botse. Immo. Diava. Si logo partinea fales.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Says he's a monster haunter. The best you'll ever see.
Si logo partinea fales.
Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make.
Vetse njavaf.
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care.
Kilo.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss. When it comes to monsters, he mostly picks who dies.
Und
Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot.
Dana und dieser Fehler.
Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead. Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones.
Padam como nas vaya.
He's afraid you're just as stubborn as them.
O waxu
But enough of that, right?
isco.
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed.
Munteo mastula.
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output.
Why adfuno diabe?
Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short.
Giravabasco.
Thinks that it all hangs on the tree of life. When it started to fail, everything changed.
Como uno shalafit.
Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter.
Tariman.
Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big.
Circa full of in the horse.
There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes.
Kuntuf.
Says you stick to the hunting and... Let's see. Now, this is the way to travel. Some places a Mekton just can't go. That's the trick to travel. Wait, it's the Scrip Hola. The place is just filled with critters. Head on. That's not opening on its own. Oh, it's locked. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Maybe it's time to take the offensive in the dark. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Don't lose your way in the blackness. Subtle it is not. There's a lot on the line here. He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. That's the special weapon he made to store the scripts in the Mekton. It will be strong enough to launch them at the Jumbo Puff. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now. Otherwise, he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much to handle. He asks you to not even think about taking on the Jumbo Puff on foot. You'll need the Mekton to do the job. Take his word for it. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. It's already quite sturdy, but upgrading it will greatly improve your chances of victory. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Understands you have other places you need to go. hand of death. Ride it for as long as you can. Imagine that. You could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. Who needs a weapon? Cut that one down. Neutralized. Playtime is over. It's a wonderful way to travel. That's the Mekton with the most. There's a place and time for everything. But for that sick scenario, it's already come and gone. Is your nose bleeding? Bang Shelter 7B is still there, open and ready to shelter. Took care of it. In the face. Enough of that. That's interesting. You're here for a reason. It's up to you to figure out what that is. Open that tin can and escape. Let's see. Bric-bracs like this were symbols for the growth of the old world. Becoming terminal. Whatever ails you. Nice and clear out today. Nice shot. That's going to leave a mark. Chop it up. You're hurt bad. in the face. Right where it cuts. Pump you up. Don't forget the past. Learn from it. That muscles. Go grab the bar and start squeezing those muscles. You snap that off, feeling pumped up. Does fire even start here? There's not much left of what we used to call our world. Excellent balance. What a wonderful day. Those look sharp on you. Any plans for what to make? It's a sum of parts. At least it looks like it's whole. Everyone likes to fall. Cutting edge. Keep focused on what you can do today. Tomorrow's already gone. Let's see. That's another shopper in. They just couldn't get enough of these places back in the days gone. bleeding. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. That's hard to come by. Stay away from that biohazard. You'll want to wash yourself off for a month.